Hello, I'm here today with Will Dawes, CEO of Mkango Resources Limited. Welcome, Will.
Hello, Harriet.
Can you explain to me what the attraction is of rare earth elements as a commodity class, and also what the attraction is of Malawi as a mining destination?
Well, rare earths are critical for various clean energy applications and consumer electronics. And by clean energy, that would include wind turbines, hybrid cars, and other applications such as that. Consumer electronics, they feed into everyday consumer electronic items that we really take for granted. They're also key parts of the growth plans for some of the major emerging economies. For example, China, with its 5-year growth plan, clean energy, consumer electronics, value-added products are key parts of that. So we see the outlook for rare earths being very positive going forward. In terms of Malawi, it's been known about as a rare earths mineral province since the 1950s. Work has been done in the past, and a number of deposits have been identified and also drilled in the late 80s. But really recently, we've been spearheading recent development of one of the rare earth deposits in Malawi, which is the Songwe project. And we see a great future for rare earth development in Malawi. Infrastructure is growing in the country. You've got a new railway line being built across the country, and that construction is well underway. You've got road developments, so a very good network of roads, and you've got power developments as well. So all in all, very good outlook for development in the mining sector there.
And what are Mkango's development strategies for the Songwe Hill and Tambani projects?
Well, with Songwe, we've spent about 2 years drilling the project. We've done a lot of geological mapping, geophysics, and the drilling culminated in the definition of a 43-101 compliant resource estimate. And most significantly, a large proportion of that resource was in the indicated category, which basically means we don't need to do any more drilling to produce our pre-feasibility study. So we can really focus on how we're going to extract those rare earths. And the pre-feasibility study, that's underway at the moment, and we're targeting for completion later this year or early next year. At Tambani, that's more of a regional exploration play. It's got a lot of potential for uranium. And so we've been very much focused on radiometrics and exploration and for uranium-related minerals.
You recently announced a processing flowsheet for the Songwe Hill project. What have been the highlights of the test work so far?
Well, over the last 3 years, we've spent a lot of time and energy on the mineralogy and the processing. It's the mineralogy of a rare earth deposit that drives the processing, which really drives the economics of this type of deposit. It's different to other commodities in that respect. So we did a lot of groundwork on the mineralogy, and that laid the foundation for the processing test work, which we carried out with Mintech in South Africa and also with Nagarom in Australia. And the culmination of that test work was producing on a bench scale 2 high-grade mixed rare earth products. And we're actually at the optimization stage of that flow sheet at the moment, ensuring that it's the lowest cost option. And really it's a key component of the pre-feasibility study, and the announcement was a major milestone for us.
What other major milestones can you expect in this development?
Well, the pre-feasibility study will have various key components. I mentioned the processing. The environmental and social study is another part of that, and that's well advanced at the moment. It's the final stages, and we'll be sort of finalising that over the next few weeks. Other aspects are the mine plan, which is also well advanced, and we'll be using South African groups to finalise the mine plan, and really we've just engaged S&C Lavalin, who a major engineering firm, to start work on the cost estimations and the pre-feasibility studies for the processing plant. And the processing plant will be the biggest CapEx component for the project.
So it sounds like these are very exciting, dynamic times for you. Do you have any message for any potential investor?
I think Mkango is very well positioned for growth in Malawi. Malawi is a rare earths mineral province. There's a lot of infrastructure developments happening. We've got the resource in place. We don't need to do any more drilling for the pre-feasibility study because we've got an indicated resource in place which is of sufficient size to move to the pre-feasibility stage. The mineralogy we have is favourable in that we're not going to need to have expensive kilns in the flow sheet. We don't need to use high temperatures to leach the ore. And that means we should be able to have a modular plant. It'll facilitate expansion and potentially lower capex. So we've got favourable mineralogy, we've got the resource, and we're working in the right country.
Will, thank you very much for joining us today.
Great, thank you, Harriet.
If you'd like any more information, please do visit the Edison website.